coding, the go-to model has been Claude 3.5 Sonnet ever since it was released. But now we may have another model that could potentially replace it. Introducing Qwen-2.5. This is their latest flagship model, achieving top-tier performance and proving to be highly competitive. It even surpasses both OpenAI's GPT-4 Omni and Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Welcome to AI Labs, where we bring you the latest in AI models, tools, and coding. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out and ensures you won't miss any of the cool tools and tips we've got coming your way. Now let's get into the real numbers behind Qwen-2.5 Coder. This model absolutely crushes it with a 92.7 on HumanEval, 90.2 on MBPP, and 31.4 on BigCodeBench. But that's not all. It also scored 73.7 on AER and an impressive 85.1 on Spider. These results aren't just good, they're setting a new standard, showing how an open-source model can compete with and even outperform some of the best closed-source alternatives out there. You can now access this model through Cursor, a hands-on integration that lets you fully explore its effectiveness beyond just the benchmarks. In fact, it was even used to create a game. And don't worry, I'll link it down in the description so you can check it out for yourself. Another cool feature is that it collaborates with Open Web UI, empowering you to create highly customizable applications in coding, RAG, and beyond. Plus, you can access a specialized artifact panel to build and enhance whatever you're using the model for. I'll also link a website in the description where you can see other examples of Qwen-2.5 in action for more insight into what this tool can do. Let me quickly show you how to run this locally if you want. We'll be using a llama for this. On the website, you'll see a Models button at the top. Once you click that, you'll see the available models. Right now, the 2.5 Coder is on top, so just click on it. In the drop-down, you can select the model type, like the 7B or 32B model. Then just copy the command from there, open up your terminal, paste it, and you should be able to install and run it locally. If you're interested in the technical details behind this new model, you can check out the research here. It covers everything from the training techniques to the benchmarks, and there are also demos to explore, like the ones shown in the video. But for now, let's jump into testing. Okay, so right now, if you don't want to use it locally, you can head over to Hugging Face where you'll find the Qwen-2.5 Coder. You'll also find the demo and artifacts there, so if you want to test them out online, like I'm going to be doing, you can go ahead and use those. Now let me show you the questions we're going to test it with. If it passes, we'll mark it down to keep track of the results. So let me just set it up. Okay, so I have it set up right here, and we're just going to start by pasting the question from Notion. The first question is, write a Python function that takes a list of integers and returns the sum of all the numbers divisible by 3. Let's just copy it and paste it here. All right, so this is the result that Qwen-2.5 provided. I've reviewed it and everything seems accurate. Now let's move on to the next one. So, for the next test, we'll be using the Qwen-2.5 Coder artifacts to create an application. We'll paste the prompt here and specify that it should use existing fake data, so no APIs required. Then, we'll give it the prompt. And if you look at that, we have our app right here with real-time news headlines, displaying the news one by one. This is pretty cool, so we'll mark it as a pass as well. Next, we'll need to generate SVG code for a star with customizable points. First, we'll clear the history here, then send the new prompt, and it will start working on the code. It seems like there's a lot of load on this Hugging Face space, so it's having some trouble in the display. All right, here we have an SVG that is easily generated, which is pretty impressive. Many models have struggled with creating SVGs, so it's great that this one was able to do it. Now we'll mark it as a pass. Next, we need to implement the A-star algorithm to find the shortest path in a grid using Python. We'll copy it over and send in the prompt. All right, we can see that it's downloading the libraries on its own, which is a nice feature. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, it seems to have failed, as it couldn't generate the code for this task. The issue seems related to a dictionary it created in Python, so we'll mark this one as a fail. Now we have a very interesting prompt, simulating the spread of a virus on a grid in Python, with cells becoming infected based on nearby infected cells. We've sent the prompt, and let's see if it will pass this one or fail like the last one. It appears that due to high load, it's not working as expected, as there should be code displayed here. It's providing an output like the previous prompt, but isn't generating the code in real time. It seems there's too much load on Hugging Face right now. Again, it's downloading the same library and attempting to generate the simulation. As you know, this is similar to a Claude artifact setup where the code appears alongside the editor. Let's see what it comes up with. Unfortunately, it seems to have failed this test as well, this time due to an error with an object not having a correctly assigned attribute. We'll mark this one as a fail too. To sum it up, we've run our tests and seen what this model can do. While benchmarks aren't everything, this model scored well overall, though it did fall short on some key tests that other models like Claude were able to handle. Now, since it's hosted on Hugging Face, heavy traffic could be a factor in its performance, so I encourage you to test it yourself. If you find that it offers benefits over the existing Claude model, switching to Qwen-2.5 Coder could be worth it. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, turn on notifications, give it a thumbs up, and check out our other videos to stay up to date with AI.